coming to the living entities. What are those living entities? According to Jainism, the living entities are also existing in binary in the form of worldly living beings and liberated souls. There are liberated souls who are devoid of physicality. They are not having any physical body, any relation, any kind of a karmic bondage, or any kind of physical relations. They enjoy their own inner blissful and peaceful eternal state of their soul. They are also recognized in two categories. One is Anantar and other one is Parampar. So Anantar liberated souls are those who have just liberated and they have not taken even the second moment after liberation. But Parampar liberated souls are those who have passed more than one moment after liberation. So they may be infinite in number depending on their time of liberation. For example, Lord Rishabh is liberated before the 23 Tirthankars, and after him 23 Tirthankars liberated in their times. So they all are recognized as Parampar Siddha because they have passed so much time after their liberation. Now we would see that those who are recognized as Anantar Siddha, they are again of 15 types. One is called a Tirth Siddha, other one is called a Tirth Siddha, third one is called Tirthankar Siddha, Atirthankar Siddha, Swayam Buddha Siddha, Pratyek Buddha Siddha, Buddha Bodhi Siddha, Striling Siddha, Purushling Siddha, Napunsakling Siddha, Swaling Siddha, Anyaling Siddha, Grihaling Siddha, Ek Siddha, and Anek Siddha. Now we have to have some little bit explanation about all these 15 types of liberated souls. Tirth Siddha means those who are liberated from the religious congregations which were established or which are established by some Tirthankar. Those who have liberated from not any religious congregations, but because of their own purity and in the absence of some religious congregations which are established by Tirthankars, then they are recognized as a Tirth Siddha. And the third one is Tirthankar. All the Tirthankars, seers, or omniscients, and those seers who have established these religious congregations, they are recognized as Tirthankar. So they also liberate and they are recognized as Tirthankar liberated souls. A Tirthankar, it is not necessary that everybody who is liberating must be Tirthankar. So they may be common Kevali, omniscient monks, and they are known as Atirthankar Siddha. Swayam Buddha Siddha, those souls who get awakened from within by themselves because of their past life experience or past life memory, or by their own inner purity. So they are recognized as Swayam Buddha Siddha. Pratyek Buddha Siddha are those souls who inspired by some incident. So those souls also get awakened and they can also liberate. Buddha Bodhit means those souls who are liberated by the inspiration of Tirthankar or maybe some acharya, religious leader. Striling means those souls who were in the form of women. They can also liberate. Purushling means in the form of male in the past life. They can also liberate. Napunsakling who are neuter, not by birth, they can also liberate. Swelling It means the Jain monks and nuns who are following the rules and regulations prescribed by Tirthankars, they can liberate and they are on the path of liberation. Anyaling Siddha, it means those monks and nuns who or people who are not following Jain religion, are not born in Jain families, but they can also liberate if they are following the same kind of rules and regulations. Greyling Siddha, it means those householders who are living the life of household but have inner purity and following rules and regulations in a proper way, they can also liberate. Ek Siddha, it means one who is liberating alone. No other soul is liberating with him. Then he is recognized as Ek Siddha. Anek Siddha means one who is liberating, but he is liberating not only alone, but with some other monks, nuns, or other souls. Then he is recognized as Anek Siddha. Now we would see that the worldly living beings are also of many types, and you can see that they are also in binary. Some living beings are known as Tras and some are known as Sthavar. So who are the Tras? Tras are those living beings who are mobile, who can move from one place to another, and Sthavar are the living beings who cannot move from one place to another. They are stable or static at one place. Among this tower, there are 5 types of living beings. One is called earth-bodied living being. Second is water-bodied living beings. Third is fire-bodied living beings. Fourth is air-bodied living beings. And fifth one is plants. In mobile living beings, also among we find so many categories, and one is called Vindriya. It means 2 sensed living beings. Trindriya means 3 sensed living beings. Chaturindriya means 4 sensed living beings, and Panchindriya means 5 sensed living beings. And these all different categories of mobile and immobile living beings are found in a very big quantity. We cannot count each number of the individuals, but we can count their number on the basis of their birthplaces. So here you can see that the mobile living beings who are known as 2 sensed living beings, or 3 or 4, they all are found in 200,000 number. So far as the 5 sensed living beings are found, they are of 4 categories: hellish, heavenly, human, and subhuman, or you can say animal and birds. So they are 26,100,000 in number on the basis of their birthplaces. Sthavar, the immobile living beings, they are also in very big number, and you can see here that each one is especially except the plants one. All the 4 immobile living beings are found in 700,000 numbers. Plants are found in 24,100,000. So these all number are fixed on the basis of the birthplaces, and in one birthplace or at one birthplace there may be different types of living beings. So they are known as kulkotis, and they can be bigger in number than what we have discussed here. Now we would see that all these living beings are found in the universe, in the cosmic space, which is known as universe. And this universe is, you can see here that this, in the center of the universe there is one long what we say drawing, which shows that it is a thrust nadi. It is the place which is recognized as thrust nadi. It means the living beings from 2 sense to 5 sense, they live only in this particular part of the universe, and therefore it is recognized as Trasanadi. But it doesn't mean that one sense living beings are not living here. They are also there, and we are using in the form of water, fire, air, plants, etc. So one sense living beings can be found in Trasnadi and out of Trasnadi in the entire universe, but the thrust, the mobile living beings are confined only to this Trasnadi. Now we would see that there are 22 types of one-sensed living beings. Here the chart is given in Gujarati language, but don't worry about it because this chart is given in the text, so I have given here. But all these different types are being discussed in the following slides. In this first slide, we would discuss about the earth-bodied living beings, how Earth is living and what type of living beings are there in this particular category. So according to Jain tradition, all these one-sensed living beings are broadly categorized in 2 ways. One is called a subtle and the other one is called a badar. So subtle means the micro living beings and the macro living beings. So the macro living is, the subtle ones are found everywhere in the universe, and they look like similar sometimes, but they are also 5 categories: earth, water, fire, and air, and plants. But they are invisible, they are out of our reach, and they are not of our use. They live in their own way, depending on their own karmas. But so far as the badar, the macro living beings, earthly living beings are concerned, they are again divided into 2 categories. One is Slakshna, and other one is Khar. The Slakshna earthly bodies are again categorized and divided into 7 categories. And they are 7 types of soils. So they are named like Kali mitti, Neeli mitti, Lal mitti, Pili mitti, Safed mitti, Pandu mitti, or Panak mrittika. So here in the English translation is given the black soil, blue soil, red soil, yellow soil, white soil, gray soil, or green soil. Now you see that earthly bodies, they are of 40 types. Among the 40, the 12 types of earthly bodies are Shuddha Sarga, Balu, Upal, Shila, Lavan, Ush, Loh, and Tamba. Then Ranga, Shisha, Chandi, Sona, and Vajra. So these all are also a kind of earthly bodies, and they are living when they are in the mines. When they come out of mines, or some vehicles or human beings step on them, or they are manufactured by some process, then it may be that they give up their life and they convert into non-living elements, and that's why we are using them. There are some other minerals which are also considered as living entities and earthly bodies. They are of 8 type, and there are so many jewels which are also considered as earthly living beings, and they are of 18 types. All these earthly bodies are seen in 2 forms. One is called incomplete, another one is called complete. Incomplete means they have not yet completed their physical systems which are necessary for their physical body to live in a particular form of life, in a particular environment. So till they finish, they are known as incomplete, and when they finish, then they come under the category of paryapt, that is complete. So we all are complete because we have fulfilled our own completed our physical systems which are required for our body to sustain or to work or to interact or to live in a proper way. Now we would see that there is other element which is known as immobile living being, and that is water. So water is again of two types, micro and macro. Micro is invisible, but macro is visible, and we are using in our day-to-day life. So this water is also divided into five categories or five types. One is called O's, water on leaves and plants and trees. Whenever we wake up early in the morning, we see that there are certain drops of water on the plants, and that is recognized as O's. Him, that is a kind of a snow. Mahika is a fog. Karak is a hell. And Haratanu is water which is coming out of earth. There are other forms of water also, which are known as Shuddha. So it is rainy water, Shitodak, cold water, Ushnodak, hot water, Kshar, salty water, Khatta, acidic water, Amlodak, acidic like kanji, and salty Lavanodak, salty water. So there is one ocean which is known as Lavan Ocean, and the taste of water is like the salt. That's why it is salty water. And next is Varunodak. So there is another ocean which is known as Varun, and if you taste the water of that ocean, you will find that it gives the taste of wine. Then there is Kshirodak. There is another what we say ocean which is known as Kshir Samudra, and the taste of water of that ocean is like the milk. So in this way, there are different types of water which are there in the universe and which we use sometimes in our day-to-day life. They are these all watery living beings. They are also of two types, Paryapta and Paryapta. So these are very common categories of all the living